The wind howled down the cold alleyways of the city, rattling soda cans and whipping old newspapers into the air. At the end of one forgotten street, nestled behind dumpsters and cardboard boxes, a young woman sat hunched over, her fingers stiff from cold, but still moving, threading black garbage bags together with a rusted sewing needle. Her name was Alina. She hadn't always lived like this. Once upon a time, she dreamed of being a fashion designer, the kind who would grace Paris runways and stitch beauty into every soul she met. But dreams don't pay rent, and kindness doesn't guarantee success. After losing her parents in a car accident at 17, Alina was shuffled between foster homes. At 19, she aged out of the system. With nowhere to go and a sketchbook full of worn-out pages, she ended up on the street. She tried working, tried showing her designs to boutiques, but she didn't have the polish or background the industry craved. One fashion director even laughed in her face, saying, "Who'd wear trash like that?" The irony didn't escape her now, years later, as she worked with literal trash. But today was different. Today was the city's annual Design for Hope competition, where amateur designers were allowed to showcase pieces made from recycled materials. Alina had heard about it from an old janitor who cleaned the building she occasionally slept behind. "You should go, sweetheart," he'd whispered. "I've seen the way you make magic out of nothing. Someone out there needs to see it too." So she stitched, bag after bag, smoothing out the crinkles, shaping the fabric with nothing more than hope and bare hands. Her dress wasn't glamorous by normal standards, but it was elegant. It flowed like smoke. The texture shimmered under the faint city lights. She cut the bottom to mimic flower petals and shaped the top with lines so sharp, they could rival any couture piece. When she tried it on, she felt like herself again, the version of Alina that still believed she could matter. At the venue, most designers had teams and tailors and sponsored booths. Alina walked in barefoot, wrapped in her own creation, with nothing but her heartbeat as a rhythm. People stared. Some whispered. Some pointed. A few laughed. She smiled anyway. What she didn't know was that among the guests was Nicholas Hale, a billionaire CEO known for his luxury fashion empire. He wasn't supposed to be there. But a last-minute cancellation led him to wander into the amateur section, half expecting to be unimpressed. Until he saw her. She wasn't like the others. She stood quietly, away from the crowd, her posture tall but uncertain. Her dress, there was something about it. It didn't scream wealth, but it whispered pain and power. Nicholas couldn't look away. When Alina finally walked the runway, nervous, heart pounding, a hush fell over the audience. The way the trash bags caught the light, the movement, the unexpected grace, the judges leaned forward. And Nicholas? He stood up. After the show, when awards were announced, Alina didn't win. Not even third place. The sponsors gave Safe Choices their trophies, clean designs, big names, polished models. Alina clapped anyway, then turned to leave. But before she could reach the exit, a voice called out, "Miss." "Excuse me, miss." She turned, startled. It was Nicholas Hale. "I saw your dress," he said, walking up to her. "Who designed it?" She blinked. "I did." "Alone?" "Yes." "From garbage bags." He paused, then extended his hand. "Come with me." In a whirlwind that followed, Nicholas offered her a position, not just in his company, but as a head of a new division, Revive Couture, aimed at sustainable fashion. He didn't just hand her charity, he gave her a platform. The next week, her story was on every fashion magazine. Not because she was poor, but because she was brilliant. And bold. And because she turned what others threw away into art. Alina didn't forget where she came from. She started hiring other homeless artists, taught sewing classes in shelters, and began a movement called Kind Threads, reminding the world that kindness is always in style. People often asked Nicholas why he picked her that day. He always smiled and said, because when the world saw garbage, she saw beauty. And when the world ignored her, she still believed in kindness. And somewhere in a quiet alley, a little cardboard box still remained, with a single sticky note taped to the wall. Alina left it there the night she moved into her first real apartment. It said, "To the next dreamer, don't give up. Magic lives in trash. And kindness? It's your superpower."